Hello everyone, my name is Paul Tilley and I'll be your instructor for FN1140 Introduction to Finance. This course is a math course and it is really dealing with the time value of money. So at the end of this course you'll have a really good understanding of how the time value of money influences the value of a dollar at any given point in time. The course is made up of a number of sections. However, the first section is the longest one, so all sections are not identical. The first section is where we'll be looking at the key fundamental concepts related to the time value of money, including interest and annuities and debt. So that will take us really up to the first exam, which is the midterm. The second half of the course deal with applications of the time value of money. All the stuff that you've learned prior to the midterm will really be applied after the midterm. Speaking of which, I should give you a very brief rundown of how the course is evaluated. Well, it's simple really. There are three major types of evaluation in the course. The midterm exam and the final exam are both worth 40% and they cover the material at the appropriate components of the course. The third element of the evaluation are two assignments, and those assignments are worth 10% each. You'll find all of this in the course outline. You should review that in the course and ensure that you've printed off the schedule. Printed off. It goes by very quickly, and it's good to kind of put that on your wall to get an indication of where you should be at any given point in time. Just to talk generally about the course, this course, as I say, is an introduction to finance, and it has a lot of problems in it. In order to be able to do and master the problems, you need to do lots of examples. Now, I would encourage you right off the start to get at doing examples in it, because really that is the way that I understand it. I'm hoping it's the way that you understand it. One of the things I've done to help you with that is you will find throughout the content of the course is I have little video blogs that go through all of the various assigned sections. So for example, if you're dealing with section 1 of a given unit, I have examples on video there of how to work out problems. So make sure you go through each of those, and if you don't understand anything particularly, I ask you to look at the video belonging to that. And I've got lots of examples worked out. I have paper copies of it, so if you don't want to use the video, you can certainly look at the paper copies of the workouts for it. Or if you don't really understand it, I'd recommend that you look at the videos. The other thing that you should be aware of too is that I've indicated what parts of the textbook you should use, and by the way, the textbook is of critical importance. This is the textbook. This is the new version. This is a new edition of Jerome. There's also an earlier edition. Both are about the same, so if you have one or the other, it should work. So whatever works good for you. Make sure you have the textbook. There's no way that you can complete this course without the textbook. Absolutely impossible. So you need that textbook, because everything I do references the textbook. The problems, these examples and like clearly reference the textbook. Make sure you have it. The other thing that I should mention to you is at the end of each unit I have a self-test or a self-practice, and that comes complete with an answer key. So I strongly recommend that you look at that. The material, as I say, requires a good bit of work and time. So at the beginning of this, I ask you to take the time to put into this course in order to get the most out of it. The material is not super complicated, especially if you do lots of examples. So once you do a few examples and you understand the concept, it's pretty straightforward. However, if you expect to cram and study for this, I think you will find it very challenging. So beware. Get your work done. Stay up on the work. I will be posting material as we go along in the news feed. So that just as much to keep you on track and to keep me on track. As I say, there are two assignments. So I want you to start working on the assignments as you go along, and you'll find those in the course outline. Also, I invite you to ask me any questions. I'm available online My phone number is there, all contact information for me. I encourage you to do that. My job is to help you, so don't hesitate in that regard. So, take an opportunity to review the course, print the schedule, put the schedule on your wall, review the schedule, work at the assignments, work at the problems, take a look at the videos, and do all the practice that you require in order to get a good handle on this, and you should do fine in the course. Prior to the midterm and prior to the final, I'll post detailed information on what to expect. That'll be a week prior to each of those. And other than that, keep on top of it. That's all I can tell you. Thanks very much. Thanks for doing the course. I look forward to it. Let's get started.